What's going on? What's happening, fellas? It's your boy KD. Let's get right into it. So if you're new to my channel, if you haven't watched any of my videos, the point of my channel is to help you become a top tier man, the best version of yourself, and help you to live a fulfilled life. As you come up in life and you start leveling up, you're going to notice some changes, especially with women and interacting with women. All right. One of the things that you're going to notice and you're going to find is that a lot of women are going to start to be intimidated by you. So today I'm going to give you guys a few reasons why some women may be intimidated by you, and I'm going to help you understand why this can be a really good thing. Let's get right into it. All right, guys. So the first type of man that women tend to be intimidated by is the type of man who knows how to say no and doesn't agree with everything she says. All right, guys. Now, when you get into a relationship with a woman, or when you're even dating or courting a woman, her job, guys, her primary job is to manipulate you. All right. This is something that you're not told in your childhood and your upbringing about women. You're usually told as a man on how to treat women, but you're usually not told of how to actually understand women and their tendencies. Guys, when a woman gets with a man, she naturally wants to manipulate him, not necessarily treat him bad or use him, but she naturally wants to soften him up and get him on her program. All right, guys, when you're not the type of guy who submits to a woman, and you're not the type of guy who gets on a woman program because you already have your program in your life set up, this can be very intimidating by women, especially nowadays. The reason why, one of the main reasons why, is because a lot of men do not have their life in order. Okay, a lot of men are kind of like swaying left and right and up and down in whichever way the wind blows. So when they get with a woman, they kind of naturally go along on her program and get inside her frame. What you're going to find when you don't agree with everything she says and you know how to say no and you don't want to go along with her program, she's going to start to get intimidated by you because she's going to feel like she can't control you. All right, a lot of women want to control men, not all women. There are some women out there who want you as the man to take control of the relationship or the dynamic. But there are some women out there, especially in 2024, who want to be in control of relationships. But when she can see or she can perceive that you won't let that happen and you're the one that's going to control and lead the relationship, she will definitely get intimidated by you. And 9 times out of 10, she will avoid you. All right, guys, a good woman, a high quality woman wants you to be in control. She wants you to take the lead and she wants to be in your frame. But a low quality woman, she thinks that it's best that a woman leads the relationship. This is a lot of women nowadays, guys. So if you're finding a lot of women being intimidated by you for this reason, this is a good thing. This is actually going to help you vet out all of the low quality women, all of the masculine and domineering women who want to lead and run relationships. All right, guys. So the next type of guy that women tend to be intimidated by is men with great physiques. All right, guys, as attractive as women are to men that have great physiques, they still are intimidated by them. All right, you can equate this to when most men see really beautiful women, like a dime piece, beautiful face, nice body. Most men are intimidated by that woman. So when you got a great physique and when you look good physically and a woman sees you, she can possibly be intimidated by you. And it's a good chance she will. And I believe from my experience and my observance, the reason for this is because most women understand that if they get with a man with a great physique, they have to get up to his level. You got to understand this. The female and male dynamic is very different on both sides. All right. If a man who's out of shape, broke, ugly, if he gets with a dime piece, he's not going to be intimidated by her. Yes, he may feel some type of way about her, very attracted to her. But even if he is intimidated by her, he's still not going to not want to be with her. See, a lot of women these days tend to shy away from men with exceptional physiques and men who really look good physically because they don't want that man to overshadow them. All right. What you got to understand is a lot of women want to be the center of attention, especially in relationships. Like they want, when they go out with their man, everybody's looking at her and everybody's complimenting her and everybody's telling her how beautiful she is. That's what a lot of women want. Okay. But they understand if they get with a guy who's very attractive and probably more attractive than them, then he's going to get all of the attention. He's going to get all the looks. Another side of that coin is they understand that you're going to get a lot of attention from women. All right, guys. So this is going to intimidate them because in a lot of women's head, they are programmed to think men that look really good physically are players. All right. I get this all the time. Like, I got an exceptional physique. You know, if I walk in a room with 100 men, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to have the best physique. So when women meet me, they automatically assume that I'm a player. Like, I hear this all the time, everywhere I go. I've never been with or interacted with a woman who didn't assume that I was a player at the beginning, bro. 100%, it never fails. I always get sayings of, oh, you look like you get a lot of women, or you look like a player, or how many girlfriends do you have? I get this all of the time. And I know from my experience of having a great physique for many years that it is because of how I look. Okay, because what women understand is that if she likes you or she thinks you're attractive or she attracted to you, other women are going to think so as well. All right, guys. So this is going to intimidate a lot of women. Some women, they rather settle down with a man who doesn't get looks from anybody, even though they're not attracted to him, even though they're not aroused by him. They'll settle down for the safety and security of knowing that he's not going to step out or no other woman is going to be attracted to him or want him, guys. This is how some women think. Now, obviously, women want attractive men. Women want to be around men with great bodies and great physiques, but it still will intimidate them. The same thing goes for men who love beautiful women. Yes, we want to be around beautiful women. We love being around dime pieces, but a lot of men are intimidated by these women, or these type of women, should I say. If you got a great physique and you've been working on your physique and now you're starting to see a lot of women kind of turn their head when they see you or kind of try to, you know, disregard you or not act like you're in a room, fellas, it is what it is. It comes with the territory. Okay, I always say this, the more attractive you are as a man, the more you're going to have to work on approaching women and making women and people feel comfortable around you. All right, guys, a lot of people feel uncomfortable around me because of how I look. Because I understand human nature. I know, like, when a man sits next to me, he feels like he's inferior to me physical wise. And I understand that, so he may get intimidated by me. Same thing goes with a female. I know when a female approaches me or she's in my vicinity, she may feel intimidated for numerous reasons. Maybe she wants me, but she knows she'll never be in great shape and she don't think I'll be equally attracted to her. Maybe she has a boyfriend or a husband who's very unattractive and I'm very attractive, and it kind of makes her feel some type of way because she feels like she's missing out on something. All right, guys, so this will happen a lot when you have a great physique. And if you just look good, period, like your physique doesn't have to be great and on point. You can have a baby face. You know, you can look really good in the face as a man and still intimidate a lot of women, guys. All right, guys. So the next type of man that women tend to be intimidated by is men who can walk away. When a woman knows that you don't need her and you are willing to walk away at any sign of disrespect, all right, she will be intimidated by you. All right, guys, when women get into relationships, some women, not all women, but when some women get into relationships, they kind of relax and get lazy. All right, guys, so they think they can just, you know, let their hair down, stop looking good, start talking any kind of way. Guys, when you are willing to walk away, you will scare the hell out of these type of women. They know that they just can't get with you and start doing whatever, saying whatever, and being sloppy. When you can walk away and you have the ability to walk away, what you are telling a woman is you don't need her. You can get other women. You're not in a lack of abundance. You know what I mean? She's not that important to you. And some women don't want to feel like this. Some women want to feel like they're the center of your world. Some women want to feel like no matter what happens, you will not walk away. But when you're the type of guy that can walk away and you're willing to walk away, like I said, you will scare the hell out of these type of women because she knows she has to be on point, guys. How you can find a real woman? A real woman will be with a man and not be intimidated by a man who can walk away because she knows that she's going to be on point anyway. So it doesn't even matter. And if you do walk away, it's your loss because she was on point. This is how really good high quality women think. But low quality women, G, if you can walk away and you ain't about to play her games, she's probably going to avoid you. I've experienced this a lot in my life. I've courted women and dated women that when they understood that I was willing to walk away, G, they went ghost because they couldn't handle it. because I would check them on their wrongs. I would check them on the bad stuff or the stupid stuff that they did. You got to be willing to walk away, guys. You know, at any sign of disrespect, okay, any sign of a chick not going with your program, you have to be willing to walk away. But this is going to intimidate a lot of chicks. You know, it's crazy because I think women are very socially intelligent. You know, and a woman can look at a man and tell when he ain't about to play them games. You know, and I've actually heard this from women. I've saw this on some female podcasts, and women know, bro. They can look at a man by how he walks and how he carries himself, that she knows that he ain't about to play them games. All right, guys. And I know this to be true because when I wasn't as masculine as I am, and I was kind of in my blue pill days, I got more women. I got more women approaching me. I just got more women. And to be honest, I look better than I used to. I'm in better shape. I look better. I'm more masculine. I walk more confidently, but I don't get as many women as I used to. And what I had to understand is because now at this stage in my life and who I am and who I've built myself up to be, I intimidate a lot of women. All right, guys. So one thing I have to understand, actually two things I have to understand is one, either I have to understand that, okay, I'm just going to intimidate a lot of women and a lot of women are not going to approach me. So as a result, I'm not going to get a lot of women. Or I can understand that maybe I need to start approaching more women. Okay, and then dropping that guard. So it's up to you fellas on what you actually want to do about this. Okay, because there's a way you can drop women's guard and kind of play the fool, you know, like you're not as confident or like you're not as arrogant or like you're not as demanding. You can play that role and still get the woman, but I'm just not for it these days. You know, I only want women who want masculine men, meaning feminine women. That's the only type of women I want. I don't want a woman who I gotta like conform and be less of myself and seem less confident or less domineering or be less attractive just to not intimidate her. Gee, that's not my problem, you know, because if a woman has been raised around a man who is very masculine, very demanding, very assertive, she's not going to get intimidated by you. That's actually going to be her standard. All right, guys. So this is really how you can tell how a woman was raised and the type of woman she is, because if she's intimidated by your masculinity, if she's intimidated by your assertiveness, if she's intimidated by your confidence, bro, 9 times out of 10, she has never been in that environment. She's never been around masculine men. So she's not even going to know how to handle you when she gets with you. She's not even going to understand when you say no. That doesn't mean I hate you or you a bitch or whatever. It just means no. All right, guys, and moving along. So like I said, if you're finding women intimidated by you, G, man, look, you got a choice, bro. Either you can just deal with the fact that women go be intimidated by you because you're a top tier man, or you can dumb yourself down, all right? But I don't recommend the latter. Another type of man that women are typically intimidated by, and this one's a big one, and it's men that have control of everything in their life. All right, when a woman meets you or if a woman sees you or crosses your path and she can tell or even assume that you have control and order of everything in your life, you are going to scare most women, guys. All right, because to be honest, for one, most men don't have control of the things in their life. So most women are not used to this. When they see a guy like this, they're like, oh my God, he's a god. You know what I'm saying? Like they literally get in awe because when they're going to the corner store, the grocery store, the mall, Starbucks, they don't run into a lot of men like this. All right, guys. So when they finally see one, they will get intimidated. All right, it's like dogs. All right, you see dogs all the time. You driving down the street, you see a stray dog. You see people walking their dogs. You just see dogs everywhere. Dog pictures, dog commercials, dog shows. Regular dogs though, you know. But if you're walking down the street one day and you see somebody walking a wolf, like a wolf, a full-grown wolf that belongs in the woods or something, gee, you gonna get scared. First of all, you're gonna stare at it for like 20 minutes, G. But you're going to get a little bit intimidated. You're not going to go up and pet that wolf like he's a regular dog. You're not going to go, oh, little cutie, to the little wolf. You're not going to do that. Why? Because you're going to get bit. Or at least you think you're going to get bit. You think the wolf is going to attack you. All right, guys, it's going to seem very foreign to you, so you will be intimidated by it. Anything that is foreign to people and they're not used to, 9 times out of 10, most people will be intimidated by it, and they probably won't be open to understanding it. All right, guys, so if you have everything in order in your life, what that tells some women is she has no place in your life to fit in and fix things. They want to come into a man's life and think that they can like transform him and build him up to something. All right, because you hear this a lot on social media. I want to build with somebody. I want to build this. I want to build this. And then you usually hear this from women. All right, guys. But if a woman comes into your life and she realizes that she can't change or affect anything, you know, like you already have everything in order. If a woman does not have those feminine qualities, she's going to feel like she doesn't have anything to offer. Okay, guys, because when you have everything in your life in order, all you really want is a feminine woman who's going to listen and submit and be happy. But most women nowadays can't even do that. You know, they act like men now. You know what I'm saying? So if she doesn't have anything to contribute to your life, if you already have money, if you already have your finances together, if you already have your life together, what can she offer you if she doesn't have those feminine qualities? All right, guys, so you're going to intimidate a lot of women with this, especially masculine women. All right, and I think you're only really going to intimidate masculine women when you're like this, when you have everything in order in your life. All right, the next type of man that women are usually intimidated by is very confident men. You know, and this is pretty self-explanatory. Anybody who's very confident tends to intimidate people. All right, I made a few videos on my channel why you may intimidate people, why people may be intimidated by you. And one of the biggest triggers is confidence. Confidence either arouses people or intimidates people. One of the two. All right, one of the two. You know, so if somebody's not aroused by your confidence, 9 times out of 10, they're going to hate you for it and be intimidated by it. And not necessarily hate you for it, but just be intimidated by it. Be a little bit threatened by it. Feel inferior by it. You know, and this is something that it took me a while to understand, because one thing I understood at a very young age is that women love men with confidence. But as I grew older, I started to be confused because I didn't understand that if women love men with confidence, why are they so intimidated by men with confidence? All right, guys. And the reason why is because men with confidence really don't care about rejection. All right, guys. And this is the thing. When you don't care about rejection, you are scary to people, because that means you just don't care what happens. All right, guys. The reason why a lot of women take advantage of a lot of men is because a lot of men are scared of rejection. They're scared of pissing this woman off. They're scared of her disagreeing with him. They're scared of her saying no. They're scared of not getting sex. They're scared of her leaving. They're scared of her cheating. But when you're not afraid of all these things, guys, and you have confidence, bro, a lot of women are not going to want to deal with you guys. All right. So the better you become, okay, and I should have led the video off with this, but the better you become, the smaller your dating pool is when it comes to women. I'm being honest with you. Yes, a lot of women are gonna want you, G. That's the truth of the matter. Like I'm calling a spade out. I'm not gonna deny this. As you level up in life, all right, the better my physique gets, the more women want me. The more confident I am, the more women want me. But as a result, I intimidate a lot of women. And it's usually low quality women, low tier women that I intimidate, which I have no problem with, because I don't want them anyway, to be honest with you guys. So when you are confident, just expect and depend on people to be intimidated by you, especially women. And the last type of men that women tend to be intimidated by is men who do not need validation from women. All right, fellas, when you go out in public, all right, what I want you to do, all right, we're going to do a little quick test, all right, quick challenge. What I want you to do in public, when you see beautiful women, yes, you can look. It is natural to look, because if you don't look, I'm going to assume you're gay. All right, so if you see a beautiful woman, you can look. Or when you see beautiful women, you can look. But what I want you to do is I only want you to look for like 1 second. All right, you can look at her, notice she's beautiful, but keep it pushing. I want you to keep your head straight forward when you're out at the grocery store, or you're out at the mall, or when you're out, you know, around people. You know what I mean? And the reason why is I want you to pay attention to how many women actually start to notice you when you're not trying to seek validation from them. All right. And this is very subtle, because when you're out and you see women and you're looking around and you're trying to make eye contact with women and you're trying to get women to see you, bro, I am telling you, like I told you guys before, women are very socially intelligent. So women know what you're doing, fellas. They know you are seeking validation. They know you are trying to get them to look at you. They know you're trying to get them to make eye contact with you just by your body language. All right, guys, but when you don't do this, you will intimidate, but also arouse a lot of women. And I've actually done this challenge myself because I'm a very social person. So, but I'm not sometimes. It just depends on my mood. But sometimes when I'm out, G, I'm looking around like I'm just, you know, looking at people, smiling at people, shaking people's hands or whatever. It depends on my mood, you know, but I notice when I go into places and I just keep my head straight forward and I'm not worried about this bad chick over here and they got this beautiful chick over here and I'm not paying attention to her because whatever, I get pretty chicks so it really don't matter. Bro, I get a lot of heads turning at me. A lot of women actually notice me when I don't try to seek validation. But also a lot of women tend to be intimidated by me because they're sitting there like, I am so beautiful. Why you're not looking at me? Who are you? You must get a lot of women, because this is what you tell beautiful women when you're not in awe by their beauty and when you're not trying to seek validation from them. You are telling her that you don't need her. You already get a lot of women, or you already can get a lot of women. She's just another number. I'm telling you, G. I am telling you, bro. When you don't try to seek validation from women all the time, G, and you actually stop doing this, the game changes. They start trying to seek validation from you. 100%, guys. Like the whole, it shifts. Like it does a 180 when this happens. All right, guys. So when you go out, like I said, try this challenge. All right. Now, if you see a bad chick and you really interested in her and you like how she look and you want to approach, go ahead and approach. You can break the challenge to get a number. Hey, G, I ain't going to stop your game, but try this challenge out and you will notice how many women actually notice you when you're like this. When you're walking confidently with a masculine frame through the mall or through the store and you ain't worried about all these chicks to your left and your right. All right, G. So like I said, guys, just to end the video and a recap, when you exude qualities of a top tier, high value man who has his life together, you will intimidate a lot of women. It comes with the territory. All right. And like I said, you can do two things about it. You cannot worry about it. Keep being a top tier man and understand that low quality and low tier women will be intimidated by you, or you can dumb yourself down and get them to not be intimidated by you so you get more women. It's totally up to you, fellas, all right? It's your boy, KD. Thanks for watching the video today. If you haven't liked the video, please hit the like button. If you have not subscribed already to my channel, thank you for subscribing if you have. But if you have not, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I love all you guys, my subscribers. I love you guys, all right? Thanks for the support. We out of here, baby.